Subtitle Edit version 5.0.0 is official for Mac, Windows, and Linux. Welcome to this video. My name is David and I hope you're well wherever you are in the world. So, this is a major release of Subtitle Edit, that is Subtitle Edit 5, and it was released 2 days ago on the 22nd of June 2026. So, it's a build from the ground up so that Subtitle Edit would be available across multiple platforms, that is Mac OS, Windows, and Linux. More or less based on Avalonia, and the build self-contained, so no separate .NET installation is required. And on Mac OS and Linux, the needed media components, that is MPV and FFmpeg, are bundled in. So if you're looking to upgrade from, maybe let's assume something like Subtitle Edit 4.0.16, please read before upgrading. Now, because it's a new application rebuilt from the ground up to be accessible closed platform, it's not 100% the same app. The look and layout and some workflows have changed. Some things are in different places and a few behave differently than in Subtitle Edit 4. Not every Subtitle Edit 4 feature exists in Subtitle Edit 5 yet. Subtitle Edit 5 covers all the core editing, conversion, sync, video playback, OCR, and online services, but some of the more specialized Subtitle Edit 4 tools are not yet available. Features will continue to be added. If you rely specifically on Subtitle Edit 4 features that are missing, please keep Subtitle Edit 4 installed alongside Subtitle Edit 5. The easiest way to run both versions is running portable versions of Subtitle Edit 4 and 5, which keeps their settings separate. Now, for example, if I decide to kind of do check for updates on this particular one, I'm going to get version 5. If I click on go to download page or actually update this, it's going to overwrite my settings for whatever I've made my settings changes for. So, quick question: which version should you use? Subtitle Edit 5 versus Subtitle Edit 4? Subtitle Edit 5 is recommended obviously if you're on a Mac and want to use Subtitle Edit. Also recommended for most users on Windows 10, 22H2 or newer, Mac OS 12 Plus, and Linux. Subtitle Edit 4 if you're on older versions of Windows 7, 8 or older, or even slower computers where Subtitle Edit 5 may not run well. Subtitle Edit remains available and is the right choice in those cases. To run Subtitle Edit 4 and 5 at the same time, use the portable versions. Now, if you have Subtitle Edit 4 like I do, 4.0.16 like I do, then all you can do is just download a portable version of Subtitle Edit 5 and work with it in the portable state. So obviously a thank you to everyone who supported and contributed to Subtitle Edit over the years. So if you'd like to download, this is the official website, but if I click on this download Subtitle Edit 5.0.0, it takes me to GitHub, more or less the releases page. You can see it's as of 2 days ago, and you'll see the different downloads that you can download. So obviously the Windows x64 installer, setup is the executable. This one is the portable version, and this one is for ARM64 here. And then we've got Mac OS ARM64, Apple Silicon, M1, M2, M3, M4, M5 architecture. We also have Mac OS x64, Intel 64-bit right here, Linux x64, Tarball, and then we've got Linux ARM64, Tarball, and ARC64, and also Linux x64 Flatpak right here. And you can read the installation and also the changelog. But as for the changelog in this version 5 here, it's more or less what we saw in that particular write-up. But we already see there are new things coming in version 5.1.0, a couple of things. And to kind of see what is going on, you can see that changes are still going on, commits and all that, based on what users are finding out. Some things are not working, some things are not showing up, so be on the lookout for the updates that are coming. So obviously I've gone ahead and downloaded the portable version. It's right here, and I've created a folder where I'll just drag it inside, open the folder, right click it, and then extract here. It's going to extract a couple of files, And because I'm on Windows, if I just double click this application, Subtitle Edit.exe, it's going to open up Subtitle Edit 5, and the first thing I'll get is the download FFmpeg. And if it's your first time running it, it's going to come up, and then you're going to see all these other files that are building up right here: dictionaries, FFmpeg, languages, OCR, and themes. So once that is done, depending on what you want, you can go to let's just maximize a little bit. You can click on the gear icon, and once you click on that, you can go to video player, and you can look for download MPV. I can click on download to download the MPV player, and this allows you to see the subtitles in the video player right here, depending on what you want. But there are other options of video players that you can choose from this drop down, but let's just give it a couple of seconds for you to finish. Now the interface may feel a little bit different for somebody who's been using Subtitle Edit 4, and also some of the things here, but yeah, they seem to kind of be overlapping, because you can see this is a scroll type of window from the rules all the way to the files and logs. I wish they were individually in this different windows per se, like in Subtitle Edit 4. Hopefully in future versions that will happen, because in Subtitle Edit 4 it kind of gave more clarity on what you're actually doing. The scroll window sometimes can be a little bit confusing. So you can see, if you scroll up, these are the rules, or more or less it should highlight when you're in the rules. If you're in the general, yes, you can see the title, but sometimes because of all this it may be chaotic. I'll click on video player, and you can see all the other options you can use right here. And then what else do we have? You can also download VLC right here, which is okay. So I'll click on OK, and then you can just get a video and see what it looks like right there, the waveforms. Obviously you'll see subtle differences. We used to have this particular option here, and then clear text indicating what this is, but in Subtitle Edit 5 you're seeing auto break selected lines. You have to hover over if it's your first time to know what this is, and break selected lines, italicized selected lines or text. And I can actually just open and keep a video. Let's just click on this, just bring in some subtitles here, and yeah, you can see them right there. As for the text to speech tools, we've got them here: speech to text, and there are a ton of engines, from Whisper, PathView, Whisper Const Me, C Translate, Whisper OpenAI, OpenAI compatible server, Qwen 3ASR, Crisp ASR. If you decide to select on something like Crisp ASR, you can click on this download button, and then from the back end we have a ton of them, from Parakeet, Canary, Cohere, FireRed, Fan ASR. It's a ton of things, and then the models, different sizes, and then we've got what aligner do you want. There are a ton of them as well, and some for different languages, Canary CTC or Qwen Forced Aligner. So it's up to you to decide. Batch mode is here. Let's look at text to speech. We also have a ton of engines. We've got a ton of them: Piper, Edge TTS, AllTalk, 11 Labs, Azure, Mistral, Math, Google Speech, Kokoro TTS, OmniVoice TTS, Qwen TTS, Index TTS, Cozy Voice 3, Vox EMP2, Zonos TTS, Chatterbox TTS. So just a note, some of these, let's assume you look, let's go for Kokoro TTS. If you click on this gear icon, you can click on the download button right here to download the engine. Let's say we go for Qwen. So if you choose a language like that, or a text to speech engine like that, you'll be able to download it, and then you can see how big the model is. So it's good to take a note that in Subtitle Edit 5 some of the models are really huge, so please take a note of that. It's important. And you can see some voice design optional: speak in a calm and friendly tone. It's good to see some of those things available right there. So yeah, you can the crispy SR being used on the text to speech is also the one being used in the speech to text. A ton of stuff. There is also a ton of advanced stuff right here to kind of make the text to speech sound as good as it can. You can also import, I do believe these voices, if I'm not mistaken, could be. But yeah, almost everything looks identical. If I actually bring this down slightly, so file, edit, tools, spell check, video, synchronization, auto translate was changed to translate. Then we've got options, help. The only missing thing is network. Everything else here looks kind of the same, more or less. Layouts. Now the formats are here on the side, but I believe you can tweak that. General, yeah, auto convert. Maybe toolbar, like show new icon. Beautify. So for example, beautify icon on, banning icon on. We can show also the encoding. Let's click apply. Okay, and you see we now have a couple of other options here. We've got beautify time codes. We also have the encoding. We also have the banning subtitles to video to make it a little bit faster. So you can just click on that right there, pull up the window, take a preview and all that right there. So that is just a first look of Subtitle Edit version 5.00 for Mac users, Windows and Linux. Test it out. If you find an issue with Subtitle Edit 5 or feel like maybe a paid tool that you use has a functionality that can be easily coded into Subtitle Edit 5, just click on new issues right here, or new issue, write maybe a feature request or maybe bug, and then write your description and provide as much information so that the creator can kind of look into what you're saying, and it could be one of the issues like what we have right here that can be addressed, and in future versions whatever is kind of identified as an issue or a request or anything can be added in future. So that's more or less a first look of Subtitle Edit version 5. I hope you enjoy it. We may take a while to kind of get used to it a little bit. If you're coming from Subtitle Edit 4, especially somebody that was using this, and some of the people that really would kind of benefit from this, I'm really not sure why all this text is this huge and missing kind of some of the descriptions here written. This should have just kind of been the way it is, but it's more or less changing the UI. You can use this to go up and down and whatever, but you can see what happens. It seems like show 4. Does it mean you kind of move it? So yeah, so it's going to take a couple of trials to understand some of the few things that are here that is going on. So you can see, yeah, but that's it for this video. Subtitle Edit 5 is official. Thanks for watching.